Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to Keeping Fish Simple. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys the 7 most popular guppy tank mates in the aquarium hobby. Now this is going to be my unofficial list of the most popular guppy tank mates. I've been in the hobby for about 8 years now and got a lot of experience just seeing what people choose and put in their aquariums, especially on YouTube and all that kind of stuff. Not everything on this list is going to be fish. I'm just going to disclaim that because I've done that in the past and it really did annoy people. I don't know why these are just tank mates. Anyways, this is the unofficial list. I'm going to try and help you guys out as much as I can, and without any further ado, let's get started. So the way this video is going to work is number 7 is going to be the least most popular fish in the list, and then number 1 is going to be the most popular. So they're all popular, but okay, so number 7 on the list is the Bristle Pleco. Now the Bristle Pleco comes in a variety of different styles. We really the most common things are the albinos and the common styles. So I've got both of them. I don't really have any of the other stuff. These guys are algae eating fish. They stay very small and they create a lot of waste in the aquarium, but they're super common cohabitant fish with the guppies, and this for a few reasons. So first of all, the guppies are beginner fish. So often when people go and buy their first aquarium, they go to a place like PetSmart or whatever and they buy the guppies, but then they're upsold on the Bristle Pleco. So the Bristle Pleco normally is sold as like a cleaning fish. Now the Bristle Pleco is not a cleaning fish at all. The Bristle Pleco is an algae eating fish, and that means that if there's extra algae in the tank and there's a means for them to eat it, they will eat it, but they're not a cleaning fish by any means. If anything, they are a dirty eating fish because they create a whole bunch of waste, so you need to clean the aquarium a lot more. You pretty much see them in every one of my aquariums because they just do keep the aquarium free of algae normally. And we're talking the surface algae, not the green stuff that we're struggling with in the back here. Awesome beginner fish, super easy to take care of. If you're going to get these, I definitely recommend to get adults instead of juveniles, because the juveniles just seem to be a little bit more sensitive. And also make sure that your aquarium has some driftwood in there because they absolutely love to chew on that while you are away or you're at work, at school or whatever. That's my 7th fish on this list. Okay, so in number 6 is the swordtail. So the swordtail is a live bearing fish too, like the guppies. So live bearing, because you're all probably beginners, live bearing means it gives birth to live young instead of laying eggs. With that out of the way, we can keep talking about these guys. So these guys are pretty much the platy, except the males have a sword-like tail on the back. Now I've had these guys in the past. I had some red wagtail swordtails and I was breeding them. They're a fun fish to keep and all. I'm not that big of a fan of them because I've kind of gone over all the live bearers and all that stuff at the moment. But these guys are super popular in the entire aquarium hobby, and that's because they're easy to take care of. They breed like crazy and they take all the exact same foods as the guppies, so that makes them real desirable in the aquariums. They're a little bit bigger than the guppies. These guys are great cohabitants with the guppies. They don't really cause any issues. They're not a territorial fish at all, and they're super passive. So if you just want to add a little bit of color, you can get these in a pure strain, or you can get them in the strain that the pet store probably have, which is going to be assorted, and you can get all kinds of different colors and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, super awesome fish. So number 5 on the list is going to be the Gourami. Now I've never actually kept the Gourami. It's on my fish bucket list. I'm going to breed it one day. I'm going to try and do that. Now when I'm talking about the Gouramis, I'm definitely not talking about the big Gouramis. Definitely do not want them in the aquarium. They will eat the guppies. We're talking about the dwarf Gouramis. These guys are peaceful. They are beautiful. They are pretty easy to take care of. They're kind of like the angelfish, but they create an absolutely awesome spectacle for a centerpiece in an aquarium with guppies, because guppies are just constantly running around the aquarium. They're that middle top dwelling fish. So they'll be running around, but we'll also have like a couple beautiful Gouramis in the middle of their aquariums, and they're a super popular feature just because of that. So it draws a lot of attention to the aquarium. It gives people something to talk about in the aquarium, and I absolutely just love these guys too. So they're on the bucket list. They're gonna happen one day. I'm not sure what day they're gonna happen, but we're gonna make it happen and it'll be a fun project. We're already down to number 4. So number 4 is the Corridori catfish. So the Corridori catfish is a bottom dwelling catfish that stays small. These all stay small, which is perfect, all these fish. And they sift through the bottom of the sand and they eat like little pieces of leftover food, and they're just bottom feeders. So they take literally all the same foods as the guppies. So they'll actually eat flake that falls to the bottom. They'll eat the bloodworms, like frozen bloodworms, all that kind of stuff that fall to the bottom. And they are not that sensitive at all. Not that easy to breed. A lot of amateur aquarium keepers will be able to breed these guys, but beginners definitely won't. I mean, like, you probably heard this on a million videos if you've heard about these guys, that you don't have super coarse gravel because they'll ruin their bubbles going through it all. So that's another fish you can try. These are super popular. I see them pretty much in every single fish room I go to, in every single aquarium place. And like, I love them too because they come in a bunch of different colors, but it's important that you guys have sand in the aquarium, and it's also important that you don't just feed bloodworms. I also feed my guys a bit of algae waste and all that kind of stuff, just to keep the nutrition up, because we want to keep all our fish as healthy as possible. So number 3 on the list is something that's going to probably make a lot of people upset. Now, the reason I put this here is because this is one of the most underrated fish in the aquarium hobby. Now, this is definitely probably not deserving of the number 3 spot as the most popular, but this fish is an awesome fish that a lot of people should give a go and should give a chance, and this is the Dwarf neon rainbow fish. So I've fallen in love with these guys since I've started breeding them. They have an awesome personality. They're an Australian and New Guinea native fish, and they stay small. They're one of the smaller kinds of rainbow fish, and they have this awesome iridescent display, and they're just one of my favorite fish. So they're schooling fish. You can keep them in about groups of 6, and they are not particularly hard to breed. These fish are a little bit more pricey than other fish on this list. So in Australia, they're about $15 to $20 a fish, but I know that in places like in America and stuff, you can get them for under $5 US. So they're not extremely expensive. Now these fish are a little bit more sensitive, but because they school, it just looks so cool in an aquarium with guppies, because the guppies are constantly swimming around, but we have this huge school of rainbow fish going through, and I absolutely love them. So the reason I put them here is because I'm trying to promote them. I want you guys to try and keep them, and I'm absolutely in love with them. So number 2 on the list is the cherry shrimp. So this isn't a fish, this is a little shrimp that we can keep in our aquariums. You can get all kinds of them. You can get yellow cherry shrimp, you can get red cherry shrimp, and my favorite thing about these guys is, first of all, super easy to take care of once they get settled into an aquarium. Second favorite thing, they are super easy to breed. They just breed by themselves. Third favorite thing, they eat algae. Fourth favorite thing, kids love them. Fifth favorite thing, I love them. These guys are just literally like one of the best things to put in your aquarium if you're looking just for that little bit of pizzazz. So you need about a group of like 10 to 15. You get them for about $1 each normally. If you buy them off breeders, you'll normally get them for way cheaper than that. And you literally you have to make sure that you acclimate them properly. You got to put them in there because they're a little bit sensitive to sudden changes, so it's important that you acclimate them with a drip acclimation system and you do it properly. You don't just put them in the aquarium. Like, you can get away with a lot of fish by doing that, but you definitely cannot do that with these guys. Besides from that, they are super easy to take care of. They literally will eat all the foods that fall to the bottom. It's important you feed stuff like little pieces of zucchini and like different things, but there's a whole care guide on this channel you can go and watch. Now, you guys probably already guessed it, and number 1, the most popular fish that I ever see, or tank mate that I ever see in any guppy aquarium, is the platy. So the platy is pretty much the queen to the king guppy of beginner fish, and these guys are the exact same care as the guppies, but they have way different kinds of colors and shapes. So these are from, I think, Mexico, and they're a live bearing fish, and they breed like the same amount as the guppies, if not like a little bit less. And they like kind of create the same display, they just give another spectacle. So these guys are super popular because they're cheap and they look good, they're easy to take care of, and they take literally just like chocolate flake. So I've kept platies as well. I kept them when I got my first aquarium, and they were super awesome in that aquarium. So I'm sure you guys will be able to enjoy these as well. And yeah, like that's pretty much it with this list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something today, and I will see you in the next video.